So I'm very curious how the body reacts or how the body is if you don't have any sugar in your in your system. Like if you have if you've never consumed any sugar like whatsoever, which I'm kind of very interested to kind of hear to hear that specifically. I'm interested. I'm very interested.
Have you ever wondered what would happen to your body if you suddenly stopped eating sugar? It's often a huge part of our diets, hidden in almost everything we consume, from our drinks to salad dressings. But what would happen if we decided to cut sugar out completely? When you first hear the word sugar, you may think of white table sugar or something sweet like candy and cakes. But what exactly is sugar? Well, sugar is a form of carbohydrate that comes from plants and fruits, though the sugar you usually think of, known as table sugar, will often be harvested from sugarcane and sugar beets, and when added to food can provide a sweet taste. But is eating sugar a necessary part of our diet to survive? First, we need to look at the forms sugar can come in. When counting the sugar content of the food, it will either come from added sugar or be found naturally. Added sugar is literally sugar added to food or ingredients, things like ketchup, pizza, and soda, basically anything that had sugar added to it. Whereas
pizza has sugar?
added sugar or be found naturally. Added sugar is literally sugar added to food or ingredients, things like ketchup, pizza, and soda, basically
Pizza has sugar? I did not know that. I did not know that pizza had sugar. What? My heart is beating like a locomotive right now. Yeah, the dough. Is it? The dough has sugar? I thought it's just like flour and water. And like whatever other shenanigans. I don't know what else is in it, to be honest. I don't know. I never made dough, so I have no idea. So
anything that had sugar added to it. Whereas naturally found sugar will come from plants, fruits, and even milk, all sources that already had sugar in it. Our bodies only need one type of sugar to survive, and that is glucose. When you eat any carb, whether it be bread, rice, or in any other form, our body converts those carbs into glucose, which is a type of sugar that our bodies use for fuel. And for reference, 1 gram of sugar is equivalent to 4 calories. Anytime you consume sugar or carbs, our pancreas releases insulin, which takes the glucose to the cells to be used for energy. So while our bodies run on sugar, it's not necessary for us to consume added sugar, as any carbohydrate we eat will be converted to glucose. And while the body can sustain itself for time in the absence of carbohydrates by breaking down fat and producing ketones to be used as an energy source, studies have shown that certain tissues and organs will not work as they should in the complete absence of carbohydrates. So no, you do not need to consume added sugar so long as you're eating some carbohydrates. So how?
Oh, I see. Oh, so that's how the human body works. Oh, okay. Okay.
How much sugar should we be eating on a daily basis? According to the American Heart Association, men should consume no more than 36 grams of added sugar, which is equivalent to 150 calories per day, while women are recommended to consume no more than 25 grams, equivalent to 100 calories per day. That means if you
Holy holy cow. Holy cow, that is wow. Yeah. Let me see. Okay, right now I just drank I'm drinking coconut water and it only has like 7 grams of sugar in it. So, okay.
If you drink just one 12-ounce can of Coke, which has 39 grams of added sugar, you're already over your daily recommended sugar limit, whether you're a man or a woman. But according to the same study,
I don't drink soda. So, and even if I do drink soda, I always dilute it. I always dilute it with water. So, you know.
average American consumes 2 to 3 times the recommended amount at 68 grams.
I cannot drink that much sugar, to be honest. I cannot personally. No. I cannot do that. I don't know how you guys manage. I don't know how Americans manage to consume 2 to 3 times more than the recommended amount. Hey, Kuma. I cannot drink that much sugar like that or consume that much sugar. No way.
Grams of added sugar daily. This is why it's so important to get into the habit of reading nutrition labels found on the back of food if you're not already doing so. I actually did a video comparing what 600 calories can look like across different foods and meals, so check that out if you haven't already. It gives you a perspective that despite what food may look like, you really don't know what the macros and sugar contents of a food are unless you check the nutrition labels. So we know carbs in the body are converted to glucose to be used as energy, but what happens to the excess glucose our body does not burn? And what are the risks of going over the daily recommended added sugar limit? Excess glucose gets stored as fat, and over time, if you continue storing unneeded glucose, this accumulation of fat can cause serious health complications that can lead to liver disease, diabetes, obesity, and even risks of heart disease and cancer. Consuming
Interesting. But if I eat more than 1 tablespoon of sugar in a day, my limbs will fall off. I don't know how Americans manage to eat 2 or 3 times more like the daily sugar recommended. That's crazy, to be honest. Oh, I hardly eat a burger. I think the only thing I made recently, like what I made recently was a salmon sandwich. I made a salmon sandwich with kelpie mayo and with kimchi and sriracha mayo sauce with a little bit dash of barbecue sauce, and that's pretty much it. So that's basically what I consumed for me.
excessive amounts of sugar can also cause metabolic disorders and increase insulin resistance, one of the causes for diabetes, but also creating chronic inflammation in various tissues throughout your body. This can lead to feeling pain when doing any physical activities, especially during your workouts, but even more so when doing isometric straight arm strength exercises like the full planche and front lever, as they require very strong and healthy joints. Chronic inflammation.
Really? Oh. I wonder if that would like if I reduce the amount or so, will that help me out on like my knees or so? I'm kind of curious on that because I have very messed up knees. Well, granted, because of injuries that I had before, but would that help out a little bit? I'm kind of curious on that actually.
Has also been linked to the development of cancer, and cancer cells have a high demand for glucose as a source of energy, meaning a high sugar diet with high sugar.
Well, oh, hello, Elgin Jackson. Hello. Thank you for the follower. So, since you followed, because I always do this to every new followers, of course. You can never ever leave the outer realms. Well, hello, greetings, welcome, Marcel. Hope you enjoy your stay here. My name is Sunako Nyaru. I'm a Nyarlatet VTuber and also #1 Dami Mommy. Hello, greetings. You didn't have to do that. You could have just came and hang out with us, you know. Practice those every week. Love calisthenics. Oh, so you're saying if I eat more sweet stuff that I like, the time I get to spend on this prison of inexistence is reduced? I guess so. I guess. What the hell am I staring at? What is this? Is that like a chocolate pizza with like M&Ms and stuff like that? Ugh, God, I don't know, man. It makes me a little bit sick to my stomach, to be honest. A high sugar diet with high sugar levels can both promote the growth of cancer cells and provide the fuel they need to grow and thrive.
Sugar levels can both promote the growth of cancer cells.
Oh my god, that has melted marshmallows. It has caramel. It has like caramel sauce on it. It has like, what is that, chocolate? Like chocolate on top of that, and with chocolate sauce. Oh my god.
Provide the fuel they need to grow and thrive. Sugar can also cause cross-linking of collagen, resulting in stiffening and loss of elasticity in our skin, making you appear older than you are with premature wrinkles and thinner skin. And the more sugar
Really? The more added sugar you have, the more your skin suffers. Oh, wow. I did not know that, actually. I actually did not know about that.
you have, the more your skin suffers. As your blood sugar spikes and creates inflammation throughout your body, this can cause your sebaceous glands to produce more sebum, an oily substance that can enlarge and clog your pores, creating pimples and acne. Sugar also has similar effects to caffeine in that it can stimulate the brain, making it more difficult to fall asleep, but also diminishes the quality of your sleep.
You eat too much, you get older. Mm. I eat less though. I eat less now, so I don't eat that much personally.
sleep, as it can lead you to feel restless, having you to wake up.
Cause there are like some days, cause like the problem is like right, like I don't like waste a lot of energy, right? So there's sometimes there's like literally no point in me eating like in a single day. Like sometimes I just don't eat in a day, cause I'm just not hungry, you know? So yeah. Oh really? Nice dubstep.
Up more frequently throughout the night and appearing more tired when awake. Now, knowing how harmful sugar consumption in excess is, how difficult would it be to cut back on sugar? Recent studies have shown that quitting sugar can be just as hard as quitting hard substances. Sugar can create a short high through the release of dopamine in the brain, which gives you the feeling of pleasure and satisfaction, making you want.
For me specifically, like when I eat sugar or so, or like candy related things, right? Like the one candy like I enjoy eating is gummy bears or gummy worms, but like I only eat like five or six, and then I'm done, and then I just put it away. Like that's literally like the amount of like candy I eat for me specifically. Like I just eat like five. I just eat like five or four, and I'm just like, all right, I'm done. I'm done eating this. You know, I'm already sick and tired of eating this. So I'm just gonna put it away. And even then, that's pretty much it. So, and I just drink water. That's pretty much about it. So. I don't drink soda. I don't drink soda. I honestly generally don't drink soda. Last time I had a soda was a Sprite zero sugar, and that's about it. I thought that was really tasty personally. The Sprite zero sugar soda felt really good, to be honest. I actually did enjoy drinking that actually. I didn't think I was gonna like it personally, cause you know I'm just kind of like, I was like I don't know if I'm gonna like this or not, cause I've had I had a soda once that was like zero sugar one time, and it was not really great, and I hated it. But when I tried out the Sprite zero sugar one, I was like, huh, that tastes too bad actually.
Want more sugar. This means that the average person who's been on a high sugar diet will have a very difficult time cutting back or cutting out sugar from their diet. Often.
Well, there was one time there was one time where I used to drink a lot of soda, but then like I stopped drinking soda. But that was like back in the outer realms. So I was like still growing, and I was exerting so much energy back then because I was in sports and stuff like that. So that's the difference for that one. So yeah. So I was pretty active or so back in the outer realms high school. So I was in a lot of 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 that. So
Taking several attempts or
I only drank it
days
one
to
time. That's about it for the zero
successfully
sugar.
eliminate
So
added sugar from their diet. And although sugar may not be classified as a drug, it's definitely as
Jesus Christ! Oh my God, she looks like a fucking mess. Do I think, for me personally, I don't really think sugar is that. Well, I'm not from this planet, okay? So for me specifically, like for sugar, for like anything sugary related things, I'm not really a fan of it. I prefer consuming fruit personally. Like when it comes to like ice cream, like when it comes to like ice cream specifically, I'd rather have a fruity, like a natural fruity ice cream than consume like a chocolate ice cream, or like a like one of those main brands like the Kit Kat, like the Kit Kat ice cream or something like that, or like a Hershey's, or like a Crunch, or like our Crunch one or something, or whatever they have, right? I'm just like not really a huge fan of those. Like like me and Mama Azathoth, we bought this one ice cream that's like that has like one side, it has one side whatchamacallit, one of the sides have like a crunch or so, like a chocolate shell with like kind of like peanuts or so around it, and then like the other half has it's kind of like an ice cream sandwich in that sort of way, right? but like I only ate like 2 in the last month or so. Yeah, I've only ate like 2. That's it. Like literally only 2. I prefer my drinks the same way God gave me my life, dark and bitter. That's real? Yeah, it is real. I've only eaten 2. That's it. I still have like a whole shit ton of them, like a whole lot of them still in the refrigerator, like in the freezer. But I just haven't bothered of grabbing one because I'm just like I can't handle. It's way too much. It's way too much sweetness for me, and I can't handle it personally. So.
As addictive as one and can be just as harmful. But let's say you did decide to stop consuming added sugars completely, only having sugar from natural sources like plants and fruits. What would happen to your body? Your first day with no sugar might be one of the hardest, as you'll probably suffer from severe sugar cravings that can increase as the days go on. And like going through a withdrawal.
Well, for me specifically, I have coconut water. This only has like 7 grams. This only has like 7 grams of sugar. And I'm okay. I'm okay with it. So, you know, like that's pretty much it. So. That's what I had was like 4 to 5 years ago. For me specifically, like what I consume for like drinking, right, is aloe. Like aloe vera or so. That's like the only thing. That's like the only thing I consume that's like that has sugar in it. But that's from like from the plant itself, which is this. This is like the only thing I mostly consume. This thing right here. This one right here. This one right here. But I go for ones that are not too sugary. So I always look behind the label or so for some of these. Because I know there's some that they add, like they spike it with extra sugar in it. And I don't like that. I know the original, like the original flavor is not that sugary, which is this one right here. This one right here. This specific one here. And I think this one right here as well. This one's pretty good too as well. But like this one is basically the one that has like just more fruit in it than sugar. So yeah, that's what I could. This is like literally the only quote unquote sugar drink that I consume. You know.
You may feel exhaustion, headaches, brain fog, and irritability as your body is breaking the habit of spiking insulin, and you no longer be getting a release of dopamine after eating something sweet. Some may underestimate how difficult these cravings can be, but the best way to get through day 1 is to not have any sweets around your home, making it harder for you to get sugar, and instead satisfying your cravings with the serving size portion of a low sugar berry like strawberries or blueberries. And now that you've reduced your diet to
the one thing that I do eat the most or so when it comes to like fruits, right, is like grapes. Man, I love eating grapes. Like no joke. Like if I don't eat anything else, like if I don't eat nothing else in the day, right? Like if I'm not like super hungry or anything, I usually get a bowl of grapes and just eat that and I'm okay. Like I'm like full throughout the entire day. I'm just like, oh, so great. I love it.
having only foods with natural sugar, you may have an increase in nutrient-rich foods, as you'd see that by eliminating added sugar from your diet, healthier food options are now almost your only options. But physically, there would be no visible changes just yet. But after 1 week of no added sugar in your diet, you'd feel more energetic and possibly even lighter as well, as cutting out the added sugar would likely have resulted in fewer calories consumed. You also
really interesting, huh? We all know the best way to not eat sweet stuff is to be poor. Yeah, being poor, yeah, definitely makes a big kind of a big thing for me. So just realized Cole only had 4 tabs. What done with the real Co? And shut your bitch ass up.
You may start to notice your skin clearing up with acne and pimples being reduced. Your face and body would also appear slimmer due to the chronic inflammation already starting to reside, meaning you would also feel less pain in your joints and limbs. Exercising just
I don't at this very moment I don't feel any pain in my joints or anything like that, right? Like the only thing is like cuz I have like bad knees because I injured them a long time ago. So that's like the only thing like I have issue is. But if this reduces it, like that would be kind of nice personally. So, you know.
Just 1 week after no sugar would be noticeably more comfortable with the reduction of inflammation throughout your body. You may still get sugar cravings, but they aren't as bad as the first 3 to 4 days were. And now every day actually gets easier. With one
You know what? We should probably do that for a challenge, chat. You know what? We should probably do that for a challenge, you know? No added sugar. No added sugar whatsoever, you know? We should probably do that. We should probably do that for 1 month. Okay. You know what? Let's do that, chat. Let's do that. We'll do that. I'll do that challenge for myself. So starting next month or so on the 1st of what? On the 1st of May? The 1st of May, I would do it an entire month of not consuming any added sugar or anything like that. So this will be we will do it since I'm not really much of a sugary type person, so this will be easy for me, so
1 month passing since cutting out added sugar, you not only feel sharper, but happier too. You no longer get the dopamine releases from consuming sugar, but you also don't suffer from the crashes, leaving you now more emotionally balanced and
I don't have any crashes. Funny thing about it, right? Because I used to consume a lot of sugar, so I went back in back in the Outer Realms high school, right? Never ever. Well, granted, of course, I had moderate sugar consumption, right? But I never had a sugar rush in my entire life. I've never had one. I'm failing that challenge. Okay, buddy. I actually regulate my added sugar intake. Oh, really? Well, like the only thing I consume is like coconut water, the aloe vera, and water. That's about it. So that's basically is all I consume for me. So yeah, so you know what, we'll give it a try. Actually, you know what, we'll do it for 1 month. We'll do a challenge for 1 month. All right, we'll do it for the entire month, and then we'll make sure not to have any of that and replace it with like with like fruits and stuff like that. So yeah, because I'm more of a fruity type of person, right? When it comes to like if I want something sweet, I prefer fruit over like chocolate or candy or like anything sweet related, you know? I just prefer me personally just fruit overall.
no longer dependent on the sugar highs. And with the brain fog no longer being an issue from the neural inflammation caused by sugar, you feel more mentally alert. The cravings...
Brain fog? I'm always fucking alert. I don't think I have brain fog. I'm always on my toes because, you know, work and everything like that, so.
...are not as frequent or intense as they were the first week, and can now be easily subdued with a fruit or even just your own willpower. Natural sugars from fruits also taste even sweeter than before, as the low sugar diet has now affected your taste receptors. And while sensitivity to sweetness has been shown to be linked to genetics, studies have found that it can also be modified by your body mass index, meaning the leaner you become, the less sensitive you can become to sugar, basically breaking your sweet tooth. After 3 months of not eating any added sugar, you would no longer crave foods you once did like cookies and candy, though you may now miss...
Damn, 3 months though? Fuck. God damn. That's a long time. 3 months? Oh my god. We'll do 1 month and then we'll see how I'm feeling or so. Easy work. Speaking of work, I gotta get some rest. It's been cool chilling here. See you guys later. Take care, Key. Take care. Thank you for coming by as always. Very much appreciated. So you get some good rest. Thank you for hanging out with me. You know, be safe. And I'll definitely catch you on the next time or so. If you ever want to watch the VOD will always be up whenever you are interested. So you take care, hun.
some foods like bread that contain added sugar, but it wouldn't be due to wanting to eat something sweet. Your sleep would have improved tremendously, as you would no longer be spiking your blood sugar levels, which would be keeping you awake, as in some cases, excess sugar consumption has even been linked to insomnia. Your skin would be bright and
Really? Sugar actually keeps you, well, for me specifically, I stay awake because I'm like pushing myself to do my work, so yeah, that's personally for me. And usually I just drink water, so half the entire time when it's like the nighttime or so, when it's getting close to like for me to sleep, I just drink water.
clear of acne, while also having you appear younger, with your elasticity of your skin and collagen returning to a healthier state. You'd also have
Really? Anxiety and panic text keeps me awake. For me, it's just my work. My work just keeps me awake specifically until like I have that mentality or so to always stay awake until I'm done or I finish the job basically. So
have continued losing fat due to the exclusion of high calorie and sugary foods. And your workouts would also continue to improve now that you no longer suffer from chronic inflammation, meaning you'd have been training even harder than before and making even more gains. But most
God damn, I ain't gonna lie though, he's fucking jacked though. Jesus Christ.
important are the changes you may not visibly see, like your risks of heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and cancer being substantially reduced, and your quality of life being considerably increased. And after 6 months of not eating any added sugar at all, your lifespan
Holy fuck, 6 months? Oh my god. Oh god lord.
and expectancy would have increased by decades. You've continued to decrease your risks of autoimmune diseases, diabetes, heart disease, and so much more. Your sleep has also continued to improve, and so has the health of your skin. Your body fat is lower and your muscle mass has increased. You've continued to work out inflammation-free and have consistently made gains in your strength and physique, as there have been no reasons for setbacks from
2 weeks, take it or leave it.
By this time, you no longer get
No, we'll do it. We'll do a challenge. We'll do a challenge for 1 month. I'll do a challenge for 1 month and not do like any added sugar or anything like that. Like the artificial kind of sugar kind of type of thing, right? In those sweets, you know? It's easy for me because I'm not really into like those kinds of sweets and stuff like that, right? I'm mostly into fruits, you know? That's like the one thing I'm mostly into the most. Like I love consuming fruit. Fruit is so fucking good, to be honest.
sugar cravings like before, and your relationship with food is much healthier now that you don't have an urge to binge on sugar. Your teeth would also be much healthier, as sugar can cause bacteria to grow in your mouth, which can cause tooth decay, dental disease, and bad breath. So does this mean—
Well, that's because you're not brushing your goddamn teeth. You know, if you're not brushing your teeth, of course you're gonna have that decay and all that other shit. Okay, so I did the math. If I keep eating the same amount of sugar as I do now, I should be dead by 1869. Wait, what are you talking about? We're not even in the year 1869.
you should go to the extreme and cut out all added sugar from your diet completely? Well, no, of course not, but it is necessary to limit the amount of added sugar you consume on a daily basis. Added sugar contributes additional calories while adding no nutritional benefits to your food. And as we found, in excess has tons of harm.
Is that like a sushi roll? What the fuck is this? What is this? This is the sushi thing. This is a sushi thing. There's like pieces of fish or something? I don't even know what the fuck the sauce is here. I'm not gonna lie, looking at this makes me sick though. I'm not gonna lie. This kind of makes me a little bit sick. My stomach feels a little bit like, ugh. I don't know, just looking at these two things on the table just makes my stomach a little bit uncomfortable.
Harmful risks to your health and appearance. But when eaten in moderation and below recommended levels, sugar can be perfectly safe to consume. So if you really want to eat added sugars, check the food labels and make sure it fits with your daily macro goals. But if you did want to start reducing your sugar intake, is there a healthier alternative? Two alternatives to sugar you can try are stevia and monk fruit, both of which are naturally derived from plants. They both offer a sweet taste to food and are generally regarded as safe to consume. Neither one will have any effect on your blood sugar levels, and they also both have 0 calories, so you won't be spiking your insulin and you won't be gaining extra weight from eating these. So though they may not taste exactly like sugar, as stevia and monk fruit both have pretty distinct tastes, they can both be a healthier alternative to sugar. sugar. I actually made a video on how to make 5 low-calorie, healthy desserts using monk fruit. So if you have a sweet tooth but want to reduce your sugar intake, check out that
I don't
video.
have
And try
much of a
making one
sweet
these
tooth, to be
delicious
honest.
desserts for yourself. Sugar might taste good, but it's simply not good for you. There are too many unwanted side effects that consuming high amounts of sugar bring, which is why it's so important to pay attention to what you put into your body if you care about your body. And if you do and want to get in the best shape of your life this year, using workouts...
Yeah, that's why as of recently or so, I have not really been eating any of the food of what Mama Azathoth has made recently, right? I just been cooking my own food, and I just been eating more salmon. Because I bought like a bag of like salmon burger or so, and that's basically is what I consume is salmon almost every day. Not every single day, just because there's sometimes I'm just not hungry, so that's why. Even that's like added sugar and shit. The food itself is cursed. They'll tell me about it. That pizza, that weird pizza thing looking thing.
Like getting shredded and building solid, lean muscle. All you need to do is download the Harry Pro app in the App Store or Google Play Store. Or
damn, imagine me getting muscles. Holy cow. Anyways, that was pretty interesting, actually. That was actually something that's very interesting for me to see and like witness it ourselves, like what your body is with sugar and then without sugar. You know, it's actually very I'm very fascinated or so, right, of how the human body works, right? Because like granted, I come from the void, right? We usually don't have any of these issues specifically, you know, of the situation, which is it's very interesting. It's very interesting indeed. Okay, you know what? We'll do a challenge. We'll do a 1 month when this month comes in, right? When the month comes in for this specifically, which is next week Wednesday, we will not consume any added sugar because it's gonna be pretty easy for me specifically because I'm not into I'm not much of a sweet person. I'm mostly like a little bit more of a like salty kind of sweet type, right? So I'm kind of curious on something real quick. Let me see here real fast. Let's see. Because I did bought me some like honey roasted nuts or so, and I'm taking a look at it behind it, right? I'm taking a look at the thing. And this has 3 grams of added sugar. That's all it has. And I only grab a little bit from here anyway, so very educational. I will legit try 1 month challenge though. You're gonna try it. Are you gonna do it with me? We can do it together if you want. So, but I won't eat these honey roasted nut mix or so, because they have added sugar in it. So no. So if I still have some honey roasted nuts or so, I'm just gonna put them in the drawer and close it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So. We can all give it a try. We can all give it a try for no added sugar, you know? I know for 100% fact I'm going in hard on it, so. I'll be pretty much fine, because I'm not much of a sweet person. And even then, it's just kind of like, you know, I can always buy fruits. Fruits for me, specifically. I'm excited. Anyways. Very interested, you know, good video, very interesting video for me. Yeah, the guy is freaking jacked and shit. Anyways, you know, great video. You know, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy jazzy stuff. I'll definitely catch you guys on the next video. Peace.